time. You already know who it is. It's Dog in them Denim, and I'm back with another video. And you know what? I want to introduce the people that I'm gonna be in this video with. Know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Sebastian Minaj. Make some noise, Sebastian. I made it
Okay,
black.
I could do it. Thank you. Hello. I'll leave right now. Tempt me. Hello, everyone. It is Sebastian, the one and only, the only Alpha and Omega.
Not one and lonely.
I said one
Not
and only,
Alpha and Omega.
and everything in between, little man. But as I was saying, hello. How are you? I want to know.
Now, please, you are not Glozell.
You couldn't even get her out. How dare you?
Whatever.
She
And
didn't choke on
then,
cinnamon for this.
anyways, and then we got Cartoon.
Hey.
Say hi, Cartoon.
Oh my.
Say hi.
Hello. Hi. Not,
No, I didn't.
not the.
Destiny, please. Okay, so y'all already know what we're about to do today. Part 2 of reacting to Am I the Booty Hole? Am I the Anuses? From Reddit. So I'm just gonna read it. This one's a long one.
Oh.
So y'all be calm, be still. But it's am I the anus for ditching my assigned bridesmaid at a wedding for one that is younger and a different race as me? I ended up leaving the wedding early. One of my good friends from college was getting married. We'll call him Tom, and his wife will call her Liz, and asked me to be one of his groomsmen. I was honored. I haven't seen him in a while because I live across the country. When I arrived to his city, I was assigned a bridesmaid, and we're going to call her Kelly. Kelly is a lovely woman, however. I think we were only assigned to each other because we're both black. Liz starts telling me that we are both single and perfect for each other, but there was nothing to indicate that at all besides us both being black. I should add as well that Liz had a lot more bridesmaids that Tom had as groomsmen. At the first night, the entire wedding party went out and it became clear that Kelly wanted to hook up. I was not into her at all, so I kindly turned her down. She then starts interrogating me as to why. I try to give a generic answer, but she starts listing off all of the reasons why we're so perfect together. I end up saying that I don't do the whole short-term type thing, and as we both live in completely different states, there's no future there. She ends up cooling off, but then tells me that she respects me more for that, and I'm a stand-up guy and the type of guy that she's looking for. During the rest of the time we are there, one of the other unmatched bridesmaids that we'll call Jen starts messaging me privately and we hit it off. The next day, the wedding ceremony goes well. We have the reception, and me and Kelly do our entrance together and then dance together for a bit. After that, I go to the bar and Jen and I start to dance. At this point, Kelly's giving me dirty looks. I just ignore it and continue having a good time. All is going well until I'm at the bar. Kelly and Liz confront me and start saying that me dancing with Jen was inappropriate. They said that she's too young for me and that it looks creepy. By the way, he's 32 and the girl was 24. And he was like, oh, okay, well, we're just friends. And then Liz at this point is angry and starts saying that Jen is in college getting her master's and that this is her wedding and she doesn't want to see that. Then Kelly starts saying that that he must have a fetish for white women. At that point, he realized that there is no logical argument he can make. He tells Kelly and Liz that he enjoyed their wedding, but he needed to go to bed early for his flight the next day. And then he leaves and goes to his hotel. 15 minutes later, Jen leaves early. 5 minutes after that, Jen came up and they both got kicked out of the wedding party chat. He found out later from Tom that Kelly was crying her eyes out and that it messed up the night for Liz as well. He told me that he isn't mad at me because he told Liz from the start that Kelly isn't going to be his type. But instead, Liz really wanted to set Kelly up. At this point, I feel terrible that I made it so Liz was not able to enjoy her special night. As for Kelly, I just wish she got no means no. So, I mean, what do y'all have to say? Let's start with Sebastian. Sebastian, what do you have to say about that?
You play stupid games, you get stupid results. Why would you do that? That man ain't the a-hole. He's not the booty hole. Why would you even try to set someone up when the person that he's close to, which is the groom, told her, hey, I don't think this is going to work out. I don't think that's his type of woman. That right there should have been like, all right, well, I'm going to let it go. But the fact is, the other girl kept pushing for something to happen. And then you're mad that he's flirting or talking to this other girl that's a bridesmaid. He's allowed to. This is just for the wedding, for us being together and walking down, doing whatever. Why are you upset that I'm talking to her? You don't own me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the bride, and the fact that the bride chose to be upset about this on her wedding day is very telling as well. But I won't talk about that man's wife. So yeah, no, he's not the a-hole at all. To me.
Cartoon, what do you have a thought? Cartoon, do you have a thought?
He's definitely not the a-hole, but I'm like, why make it a big deal? He said no. He said he didn't like you. So I don't know why is it making a whole big deal, and especially what Sebastian said with the bride also taking that as like a big deal too. I'm like, let's be so for real. He said no, let him flirt with another girl, okay.
Yeah, I now. So I read this, and I don't think he's an anus. I don't think that's the answer. But part of me do wonders. I'm like, do you date black girls? Like, we know you're black. We know Kelly's black. You said that you're not into her, and then your best friend from college said you wouldn't be into her. And I'm like Destiny said, like, is she ugly? Like what about it? Like, what I'm talking about? Like, I didn't know, but it's just a question I have. But you're not an anus. Based off this information, you're not an anus. But it did seem like,
well, if that was the case, if he did not like black women,
he should have just said it.
No, he didn't have to say that. If it comes across like that to Kelly, then Kelly should have minded her business and known he was a coon and moved right along.
That's true too.
I'm not gonna sit here and try to get with someone that I know openly doesn't want me. I will not.
I mean, that's just not that simple for the majority of people.
It could be her like personality.
Right. It could be all of that.
She can be a crackhead. I don't care.
Oh.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I don't see him doing anything wrong, and it's kind of crazy that they had such an emotional, visceral reaction to him just saying no thank you. Like, I'm so confused, like, what are y'all broken up about? So yeah, I guess we all agree this man is not an anus. He's not a booty hole.
Is there updates to it?
I'm sure they were the only two black people there, Destiny, because he said he thinks that they were just put together because they're black. And I'm like, well, that means y'all probably were the only two black people in the room.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. Uh-oh, do you have a white woman fetish?
Oh.
Anyways, because we all agree. So we gonna move on to the next one. Okay, so this one isn't as long, but am I the booty hole? Am I the anus for going on vacation without my husband? My husband is 32 and I'm 29, and I planned a week vacation to New Orleans. We, but mostly I, have been planning this for months. Back in March, I told him I would plan most of it, where to go, what to do, and all he had to do was make sure he had the week off and buy the plane tickets. I spent the last few months researching what to do. I booked the hotel room, made reservations at places we wanted to try, and I made a list of all the sites I wanted to see. Every few weeks, I would check in with my husband to see if he had asked off and bought the tickets yet. He would say he's waiting for the plane ticket prices to go down. 3 weeks ago, I reminded him again, and he said he got off for work for the days, but forgot to get the tickets. He looked online and saw the tickets were close to $1,500 a ticket. He said he was going to wait some more to see if they would go down. Last week, I asked if he had bought them yet, and he said no. We looked again, and the prices were still high. He said he wasn't willing to spend that much on them and asked how much I would lose if I just canceled everything instead. He offered to have a nice staycation instead. I told him I was not willing to cancel everything because I spent so much time planning it. We argued and we didn't come to a conclusion. I wound up buying just one ticket for myself and I flew out Saturday. I told him I was still going and he acted all surprised that I didn't want to stay home with him. I am in New Orleans now and he's blowing up my phone saying that I'm a booty hole for still going without him. He was trying to get a ticket to come too, but I told him if he came, he's getting his own hotel room because this is now my vacation away from him. Am I the booty hole? No,
Yeah, no.
no, no, not at all. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would have went
why do
too.
I be the booty hole when I have the right to be rightfully upset?
He should have been bought the tickets when they started planning it, because they don't go down once it's like near the time of the flight.
There's
And
only
what?
I'm about to say there's a slim amount of time before the tickets are cheaper to go someplace than just getting them as far back as you can. There's a slim amount of time. So if you're a forgetful person, just buy the tickets when you first think of the destination, y'all take off and do stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
there's no point in trying to wait and see if you're not going to keep up with it, if you're not that type of person.
Yeah, and it's also like, because Sebastian, you already know when our friend group in real life go on vacation, I'm planning them typically. And it can be really frustrating to put in a lot of work and then you're relying on one person to do one thing. Other than him getting the time off from work, he only had to get the plane tickets. You're finding the hotel, things to do, creating a schedule. Like, it's a lot. And then you're also trying to think about the people you're going with, what they would enjoy, this, that, the third. You're getting excited. Is the days coming up? One more week and you get to go on vacation. And let's just stay. Hello? Stay
Hi.
where?
Right.
Stay where? And
So,
to be honest, she never said that they were going to lose money if she canceled. But I'm with her. I don't care if I could cancel everything and not lose a dollar. What was the point? What was the point? I'm still going. I in my head I knew I was gonna spend 14 grand on this freaking vacation. I'm still gonna go spend 15 grand on this vacation.
That's so stupid. But what, Destiny, did you book your ticket a week before going? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I don't know. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. And the fact that he's blowing up her phone, I'm like, let that lady enjoy her peace.
right.
Too much, okay.
Let her enjoy her peace. She's in New Orleans. She's trying to get her drink on. And I think people might insinuate that she's a little bit of an a-hole for telling him don't come. But I mean, now I'm irritated with you. So don't ruin my vacation.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
he should have known he was gonna spend a bunch of money on it.
right.
There's no.
And I'm like, I don't know how, I don't purchase like plane tickets that often, but can't you cancel or like rebook cheaper if that happens? Like, can't you just cancel your tickets and then buy them cheaper? Like, why did you just say, I'm not going to do anything until the last minute?
I don't think you can do it for all tickets, but there is some that will let you do it.
Well, that's the one she should have been looking at.
Destiny said it
But it would be.
they give you a credit, but depends on when.
Well, I'd be prepared. I don't know. That wasn't it. That wasn't the decision to make. Cause look what happened. Now I'm tipsy, walking down Main Street, and you at home blowing up my phone. Hello, hello, baby. I called. I don't hear a thing. I can't hear the service in the club. You say like, yeah, sorry. But we all agree that she's not an anus.
Yep.
She's not an anus.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I would give him the anus. He's the booty hole. Because I gave you one job and you disrespected me. Okay. Okay. Oh Lord. No,
First of
not oh
all,
Lord.
if he was smart, he would have bought the tickets before, like a long time ago, so that way, even if the tickets were expensive, he could have paid it off by the time he went to the vacation. And that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, that's what we call critical thinking. And it's critical for a reason. Okay, so this next one is: am I the booty hole? Am I the anus for calling my daughter a private school snob?
Who?
My daughter, Ella, 26, is a doctor. She works very hard, very talented. She spent most of her life with her mother, but took up a position at a hospital near me, so she moved in. She doesn't own a car at the moment, but I've insured her to drive mine so that she can use it to get to work. She worked a lot of continuous 12-hour shifts and finally got a day off today. She's pretty exhausted but had an errand to run. She ordered a new pair of designer trainers, but neither of us were at home when they arrived, so they were left at a delivery center nearby for her to collect. There's a bus stop about 5 minutes away from my place, and the bus stops right outside the delivery center. It's about a 20-minute journey. Ella asked if she could borrow the car to pick up the shoes. I said no. I only use the car to get to work if I'm carrying a lot of things. I don't use the car for anywhere that is walking distance or a short journey on public transport. Ella got upset and argued that she's been on her feet all day for several days and is too tired. She then said that she's not the sort of person who uses public transport. Her mothers and their family are extremely well off. Ella went to a very prestigious private school, and they have, unfortunately, certain attitudes towards people not as fortunate, one of which is that public transport is used by unsuccessful people. When she said about not being the sort of person who uses it, I said that she needs to get what's that snobby private school attitude out of her head if she wants to get anywhere in life. She swore at me. Someone answer, thank you. She swore at me and stormed off, but did end up going on the bus to get the shoes. While she was gone, Ella's mother called me, shouting at me for making my daughter's life difficult and accusing me of trying to hold her back, etc. She said I should show that I care that she's worked so hard at the hospital. I accept that I shouldn't have said the private school comment, that Ella isn't so tired that she can't brave a 5-minute walk to the bus stop. I don't want her to be reliant on the car when there are other ways to get where she needs to go. Am I the booty hole?
Real quick, what is
No.
the relation to the girl with the car to the
That's her daughter. That's his daughter.
Oh, so the wife, so they must be separated.
Yes, if you paid attention.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll let y'all go first. Go.
Okay.
Honestly, I think he's a booty
No.
hole. Cartoon,
Um,
what do you say?
I don't. It's like she could have just gone to the bus station.
Well, the
I
thing is, I
swear,
think
but she
everyone's a booty hole.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to go all. He didn't have to like go do her like that. But like, she should have at least not have. She shouldn't. She should definitely not rely on his car because it's also his.
Right.
But yeah,
So for me, it's like very complex because his daughter is now 26 and she spent most of her life with her mother. So in my head, I'm just like, you're barely a father figure. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Saying, oh, well, she spent most of her life with her mother. That's my daughter. I'm like, okay, but she's a 26-year-old grown woman now. It's not like she's a 17-year-old that still needs to be parented. She's an adult. And if I worked continuous 12-hour shifts, I could be a tad bit cranky. So I'm
hmm
trying to give her some leeway. But the thing is, she asked him, can I use your car? As she should. But the thing is, when you ask somebody, you shouldn't have the expectation that you're going to get what you want. Like, you're asking for a reason. Like, it's not your car. Now, do I
yeah,
think the father, I don't know. I just feel like him saying, oh, well, that private school thinking because you don't take the bus. I'm like, that's not a private school thing. That's I don't take the bus. I don't take public transport. Not saying I'm above it, but that'll be my last option. I mean, if it's walking distance, I'm gonna walk it. Like that's just not how I live. That's not like where we grew up, me and Sebastian. There just wasn't like buses to get on and stuff like that. That's like it's just not that's just not my first thinking. It's not my first desire to get on a bus or get on a train. I'm sure if I lived in like New York City and I'm like, oh yeah, I'ma just get on the train station. Yeah. Yeah, she did work at the hospital, Destiny. Yeah, she could have got an Uber, but I just think
Yeah.
it's just like unnecessary because I feel like you're trying to raise a 26-year-old by not having her reliant on a car. And I'm like,
She
she's
needs it.
26. She's an adult. Like you can't there's nothing left to teach her. You should have been there earlier. Like you should have been teaching her not to be reliant on a car at 15 and a half when you get your permit. Not at 26. You a decade too late.
Also, if she got designer money, she should have bought her own car.
We
True.
done. Right. So let me tell you,
Uh-oh.
everybody need a spanking. Everybody, from the mama to the daddy to the daughter, everybody need a spanking.
Oh yeah, the mom need a spanking too, cause
Yeah,
girl,
because
buy her a car.
let me start with the mama.
Yeah.
You are a big reason why your daughter is a spoiled little brat now. And for her to think she has the right to cuss at her daddy shows that you were disrespecting her daddy in front of her. Maybe rightly, not rightly so, because no parent should disrespect another parent in front of their children, I don't think. But he may not have been helping you, and I get that. But you made her a spoiled brat, probably because you are one. Probably why he divorced you. Let's go to the daddy.
No, they did
The
not
daddy.
say we're divorced too.
Whatever. The daddy.
Shut up, Destiny.
You are a big problem as well. Why weren't you in that girl's life? If she doesn't have the fear of God in you, for her to know not to cuss at you, this is obviously you're just starting to become the father. And that's a problem. And I do agree, you could have let her use the car to go pick up some shoes real quick. Just because you don't use it for certain things doesn't mean you have to take that away from your daughter. If you're trying to teach her a lesson, then you should have gone about it a different way or said it differently.
The granddaddy, the baby.
The granddad of the baby.
And I have
and
a
then
question. Go ahead.
what's the
Sorry.
question? Well, I'm gonna say the daughter. How dare you? You would have been on the floor. You wouldn't have got any shoes. All you would have done is woke up.
Yeah, but I'm
how
like
dare you
Sebastian.
cuss at-
Think about you work. That's okay. That's my question. What did he mean when he said she swore at me? Because did she say what the
That's
f,
personal.
dad, or did she say f you b? Like,
I'm an old school black parent, even though I'm not none of those. I don't care if she cussed at me, cussed around me, cussed below me, or Dr. Seuss cussed at me. I don't care.
I
How
don't.
dare you?
I
fix
feel
your
like
lips?
I feel like that's dramatic.
How dare you? Well, again, it's all about how you raise a child. Some kids are allowed.
But
to
that's
cuss
what I'm saying. He didn't raise her, so
Yeah,
that's
some kids are allowed to cuss in front of their parents, as long as it's not towards them or it's too strong of a word that the parent feels. Me, that can never be my child. That could never be. I don't care if it was around me. I don't care if she was like, "What the hell, Dad? What did you say to me?"
But my thing,
it would have been on.
I totally agree. I think she was way out of pocket. But over in my head, I just can't help but think, would I had made a mistake with my attitude towards a parent if I was in a similar situation? And I would have. I would have probably made a mistake with my attitude. I don't think I would have cursed at my parent, not at all. But I can see me saying like, okay, like you're really irritating. Like I can see me having a face, or like I don't know.
That's
It's
totally
just
different
like
than cursing. That's totally
I'm
different.
not. I'm
than
not
swearing.
talking about that. I'm trying to give her leeway by saying I understand why she's upset to a point. Because he's like, oh, I never use the car if I could use public transport. Does that okay? Like, do you think that you're less materialistic because of that. Like some people like to drive a car. I don't know. It's like you're trying to say something like, oh, she's pretentious. She has to drive a car. She won't get on the bus. If I have a car, why do I need to go on the bus?
Right.
Yeah.
I just feel like he was trying to make a point for her to like understand, and I'm like, well,
He
that's
was.
just how you live your life.
I'm about to say
She
he
doesn't have to
probably
live it like that.
was. The fact is, you weren't there to
She don't have a
raise her.
car. You're right.
I would say you was there to raise. If you were there to raise her to instill those things inside of her from the get
Not
go,
Brokey.
she wouldn't have been acting like that. But like Destiny's saying, or like Cartoon said, if you're over there, have a job, have all this stuff, you should have been able to get a car by now. But you don't, and that's why.
Even if you don't have the money to get a car, it's just not your car. Like you just can't be like, oh, I should be able to use a car. Like it's just not
Right.
your car. That's the whole
Right.
purpose of borrowing
And to go to your
someone's car.
mom and to be like, this person's bullying me, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. It didn't work for. No, I don't
Shut up, Destiny.
Because
I don't know.
it just don't make any sense, and that's why everybody in the wrong. Everybody the mama. 'Cause-
Everybody's being no. The mom I think is the most out of order, to be honest, because you're her mother, so you're way older than her, and you think that going on the bus is making her life difficult. Now he made her trip a tad bit more difficult, but her life, like you're raising a monster.
I mean, he's better than me. I would have made her medical bill so much more
Huh?
difficult. Yeah, she would have been
Okay,
cussing
no,
at me.
cause
She was swearing at me. She would have been in the hospital.
dramatic. And it's part of me also think he's a tad bit insecure because he was like, oh well, she went to private school and her mom and her family have money, and I'm like,
I
but
don't think
you're
that means
associating that with I don't want to get on a bus, and I'm in my head I just keep thinking like I didn't go to a private school, I still don't want to get on a bus.
Well, we can make assumptions
Assumptions about what?
why you don't want to get on the bus.
And what's that?
I'm saying anyone can just make assumptions.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, but that assumption is not on me. That's on you. You made the assumption.
Yeah, but if you're also acting as if what I make a if I'll say you're very
But
bougie,
he
very
didn't. He
uptight, and
didn't
you're very annoying,
say.
and she's acting like she's saying, then that
He
I'm
didn't
mad.
say because of this. That he said because she went to a private school, and they have money.
Well, also him describing how she acts would make me be okay.
No, he said that she cursed and got an attitude after he said that comment.
Well, obviously she's spoiled if she doesn't get what she wants and cuss at me.
Well, yeah, she's definitely spoiled. But okay. We agree that everyone's an anus with no brainus. Okay. So we'll move on. So this one is, am I the anus for getting upset over how my girlfriend treats food? My 28 male background. In the house I grew up in, everyone would eat whatever food my parents made and be thankful for it. I can't recall anything bad tasting, but even foods I don't like, I would just not eat and never modify them. It's just the way it's always been. I can't even imagine one of my siblings doing it to my parents or my parents doing it to one another. Shut up, Destiny. Back to my girlfriend, 24 female. I love her very much, but sometimes she does strange things to food that for whatever reason I can't explain make me feel unappreciated. For instance, I bought protein bars coated in dark chocolate. I shared them with her. Later, I saw a bunch of them naked in a plastic bag. She cut off the coating and leave the center. She says she doesn't like the center, but the chocolate is tasty. I suggested I buy her dark chocolate since this is a waste, but she said she likes that specific chocolate and I could eat the center if I'd like. No, I don't want to eat just the center. I want to enjoy the entire protein bar. This gives me Cartman and KFC episode vibes. Another example from today. I made chicken curry. It's curry chicken. I made curry chicken. She had it before and she said she really liked it. Today, I walk into her washing the cooked chicken bits and rinsing them in water. I was really confused.
I'm about
She
to say
started.
they're two different things.
Oh, okay. She started laughing and said, "Don't look at me. I didn't find it funny. It was quite offensive. It was a waste of food and just disrespectful to my cooking." This started an argument which led to her crying. There have been more examples similar to those which I can't remember for now. She has the right to eat her food in any way she wants it, but this doesn't change the fact that I find it upsetting when she wastes food and messes with my cooking. I asked her how would she feel if I did the same with her cooking, to which she responded with, "I want you to enjoy the food in the way you like it." No, not really. She once got upset because I added salt to a dish she made. So am I the booty hole?
I get the premise of what he was going for. Um, but I think, especially if it's your girlfriend or someone you're trying to, live your life with on the daily, you need to move around it. Because if I would have brought the protein bars and saw that she just nibbled on the chocolate like it was a Kit Kat and she was nibbling around the Kit Kat, I wouldn't buy her another Kit Kat. I'd be like, those aren't yours. Don't touch those. I actually use these for a reason. Why are you doing that?
I disagree.
Usually do, but
I mean, people.
and I don't know the way he made her, and again with she was like, "Oh, I would want you to enjoy the food that you want to," but then you make a big thing about him adding salt. I'd have been like, "Well, then just keep doing it, and then she'll know. Okay, that's annoying, and then either she'll stop or she'll get over the fact that you changed food."
But he's coming across as a hypocrite because he was like, I can't recall anything bad tasting, but even foods I don't like, I would just not eat and never modify them. But you added salt before. So I'm like, why are you mad she modified stuff when you've modified stuff?
Adding salt is different than modifying, I will say.
Well, you modified because it wasn't as salty as you'd like.
Please.
It's just not that serious. I'm like, oh, I bought these to share. You didn't eat the whole thing. I just ate the chocolate. Okay, well you can't eat it like that. It was eaten, wasn't it? Like, just don't buy them again for her.
That's what I'm saying. You just wouldn't get it again.
But it's not an issue though. Like, if I don't like how someone is eating something, that's not like that shouldn't make me like want to like fall out and cry about this.
Like she said, I would force her to eat it.
No, that's so stupid to me. I'm like, if they're like, no, I just like the chocolate part. I really like it. Like I would, then that's what she should want.
Then I'm about to say, then I'll just buy her chocolate. But if I'm using, especially if they're protein bars, which a lot of people use for working out and stuff, those are more expensive than regular like chocolate
people
bars.
Eat protein bars and they.
I don't care. I don't care if I'm using them for a certain purpose, and she's just chewing around them like a rat. Then I'm just going to buy her the chocolate that she wants, and then leave my stuff alone.
Well, I think she washed the chicken off because she didn't want that seasoning for whatever she was using it for.
First of all, he should know his girlfriend, because to say she loved it before, why is she washing the chicken off now?
But that's, to me, I'm like, maybe she did love it, but she's like, well, I want this chicken with this Alfredo. I don't want chicken curry. I want just regular chicken. So I'm gonna just wash this little chicken off. That's not wasteful.
It's not, but it's also weird.
Yes, it's already cooked, but that's what I'm saying. She just rinsed it off, heat it up in the microwave, eat it with a little pasta.
But ain't the seasoning within the chicken?
I mean, maybe she ain't got a problem with that. I don't know. But all I know is, I don't know why he's taking offense. Why is he taking offense to it? It's like, if she don't like the cooking, she don't like the cooking. Like, y'all have never made food, and so, like, I get it. You make food and someone don't like it. It's like, dang, like, I'm disappointed. Like, I wanted you to like it. But it's like, if she got weird taste buds, like wet chicken, if she like wet chicken, I'm not gonna be bothered to make her wet chicken when she want wet chicken. She can make her own wet chicken. Like, I don't know. I just don't think it's that big of a deal.
See,
Not Destiny, please.
He should know what she likes and how she likes, and they should talk to each other about that. Because it's like, for me, I don't eat a lot of things, but I tell my
No
mom
spaghetti,
that
chicken
what
nuggets.
I
No surprise, child.
okay. Oh my god. I'm just saying, but I tell my mom I don't like this, so when she cooks it somewhat of a way like that, and I'll still eat it because I like it, and all and she knows what I like, and she knows how to make.
That's I'm sorry, Justin. He took me out. But yes, like what Cartoon said, it's like
The cartoon, girl that didn't want to take the bus to the shoe. He said, "I'm gonna eat my food how I
For
eat my
real.
food, and if it's not right, then it's gonna be a problem."
only because for me, I feel like he doesn't understand because I feel like some people literally can eat like anything. And I'm like, when you're picky, you're not gonna enjoy food unless it's the way you want it to taste. So no, I'm not gonna eat that if I don't like it. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna eat. And then I'm not gonna eat and then I'm gonna be hungry. Then I'm gonna even be more mad. Then we're gonna fight about something else. So let me rinse off this chicken. Let me rinse off this chicken and let me eat my food.
Yeah.
Cause
I think you're saying that as a picky eater yourself, but no,
that's what
it
I'm
would be,
saying. It's
it would
just
get
like,
very annoying of that happening all the time. The only thing is for
then
me,
stop cooking.
that's the thing. For me, you just want to get cooked for. Or
Okay.
I would be like, I'm gonna cook my meal, and I got some, dino nuggets in the air fryer for you, babe, and it'll be good.
No, I'm sorry. If I don't like it, I don't like it. And that's what it's gonna stay as.
Well, it's hard to cook for adult children.
Then no. Or if you know what I like, just cook that. And if you're cooking something you don't think I like, just say, "Hey, I don't think you'll like this." But she
So
said
then I
she
can
liked it,
prepare to
and
like
she
it.
still was eating the food. It's just eating it in a way you don't like.
And but also is disrespecting his culture because that man is Indian and you washing off his chicken.
Okay, what about it?
Oh, is he white?
He,
We don't know. You just made it up.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying. Oh no,
oh,
Jesse
he
said he said
said
that.
that?
Oh well,
He said he was white.
he an ally, and you over there disrespecting his allyship. So it's just crazy.
Not he an ally.
It's just crazy to
That's
me
the
how
thing.
you doing that.
Let me see.
Oh, and he wasn't paying attention, Jesse. Period. Go
Oh,
on.
She's lying. I never said that. I never said. I'm rereading it back. Okay, my 28 male background. In the house I grew up in, everyone would eat whatever food my parents made and be thankful for it. I can't recall anything bad tasting, but even foods I don't like, I would just not eat and never modify them. It's just the way it's always been. I can't even imagine one of my siblings doing it to my parents or my parents doing it to one another. That was the whole first. Now, no, you assumed he was white because that whole sentence was confusing. If my parents don't like something, they gonna say it. So he probably white. No, I know he ain't black. Let's just say that. Please, not you blaming me. But yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna call him an a-hole, but it's like just leave it alone.
I don't
It
think
is
leave it
not.
alone. I think just adjust. I think you not the story about Joel.
not Joel.
I think he needs to adjust.
He need to leave that little girl alone.
If it bothers you, adjust. And then
But why does it have to bother
see,
you?
because you're annoying. It's annoying me. There's little pet peeves everyone has, and it's annoying. So I need to adjust.
Okay, but the thing is, some pet peeves people can't control, and you just have to learn to let it go.
No. If that was the case, that was the case, your little childish eating could be let go, but it can't.
What are you talking about? That's not even
that
the
girl
same
washing off
thing.
the chicken is very childish and can be let
That's
go.
That's not even a pet peeve. That's just her preparing the food how she wants it.
And like Elsa said, let it go.
That didn't even make no sense. Let's move on before you.
Well, move on before you get
angry.
Good lord.
I was gonna get angry,
Okay.
but okay, and the next one is but the next
You see how you do me, cartoon?
whatever you bullied.
I'm getting bullied.
Whatever.
No.
So, am I the anus for telling a group of teachers they need to control a group of kids, including my son, better? My fifth grader, since I don't know. They did not write this well. I'm gonna write it how they wrote it. My fifth grade, since is part of an
They
after
need to
school
be in class
program.
too.
Oh, my fifth grade son. They wrote since, but I think it's son. Is part of an after school program. Basically, he stays on the yard. So this may be like in Britain somewhere, and plays with his friends and does activities. It's like an after school camp. I work by his school and took a late 3 p.m. lunch today. I went to the grocery store and was befuddled by all these kids running rampant. I realized they were from my son's school. Then I saw this short blonde haired kid who looked like my son chasing this kid who looked like his best friend with a bag of sugar and weaving between people. As he got closer, I realized this was my son. As he ran past me, I pulled him into me and told him to calm down. He realized it was me and asked why I was there. I said I was on lunch and why is he there? He said his teachers took the after school camp to the store to buy snacks. He asked me to let him go and I said no. I told him he knows how to act in a store and as his dad, his behavior embarrassed me. I took him to one of the teachers and asked if he belonged to him. He said yes to him and another teacher. He asked what was wrong and if I could let him go. I said he and other kids are running around the store like a playground, and you and Mrs. Daniel should be watching them better. Oh, and I'm his dad. Mrs. Daniel came over and asked what was wrong. I told her what I told the other teacher. She said, I knew you looked familiar and laughed. I said, this isn't funny. You better handle my son's behavior or I will, and no one will like it. The guy teacher said, please don't talk down to us like that. I said, then please do your job.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No, they should.
That's it.
Oh yeah, she's
No.
Hold
stepping
on,
up
hold
to.
on, hold on, hold on. Cartoon. I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, hold on. You can
Those
let the white man
kids
go
should
first. Whatever.
definitely not be going like rampant in a store, and like in a store filled with actual people trying to shop and do whatever they're trying to do. Because let's be for real, they need to be somewhere together, talk, but not run around. They shouldn't be running around.
Right.
That's distracting and not safe.
So my focus is probably what Sebastian's focus is going to be on. So Sebastian, you want to say what you wanted to say?
First of all, don't come over to me talking any type of way. There's a way that you approach people. And the way you came at me was a problem. I'm a teacher and I try to discipline as much, but the disciplinary actions definitely need to be coming from the parent. Why is your son acting like this if you don't condone it? Because if you allow him to do certain things, he's going to do that on the outside too. So please don't act like you're all Fort Knox, because if you were, he would be too scared to act like this in public.
Child, if I was a teacher and he would have walked up to me, I would have been like, first of all, you need to let your son go. And you're not going to talk to me till you do. Because it looks like you're trying to appear aggressive. And I don't talk to people who are aggressive. You could take your child home, but what you ain't going to do is have him strangled in your arms while you're right next to me. This is not The Simpsons. And we do not condone violence, okay? Your son was running around because that's what he does. That's your child. I instruct him. I teach him what 2 plus 2 is. I teach him what 2 times 2 is. And that's all you need to worry about me doing. That is my job.
You don't want me to
can't
teach
control
him.
your
I have
child.
these hands to drop you.
But no, it's just like the fact that he was so mad and saw it was his son. And he's like, you're embarrassing me. Okay, well, he's not embarrassing me because that's not my child. He's embarrassing you because that's your job to teach him how to behave in a public space, not mine. I teach him. I teach him what the what cells are.
The mitochondria.
Right.
Well,
That's
it
why
seems
was not
like
the word I
they-
was trying to think of.
But the thing is,
They
too,
already did.
now he could be acting a certain way, and the teacher might have needed to adjust the child. But if multiple kids are doing whatever, and they're at a store playing around, let them be kids. Because it almost seems like if no teacher corrected anybody, it almost seems like you're just being very strict.
Anal.
Yeah, very anal. Like, let kids be kids sometimes.
Yeah, but it's in a public store.
Okay. And if it's in a public store, let the what you call it, teacher handle it. If the teacher doesn't handle it like you would do, that's not the teacher's fault.
Right, because that teacher could be like, oh, I let my son run around the store like this all the time. You can't expect the teacher to discipline and make your child behave the way you want them to act. If the teacher was okay with the children running around in the store, let's say there was like nobody nearby, like they didn't hurt anybody, or it's just like, oh, they don't see a big deal about it, but then that's them. If you want them to behave a certain way, that's your job. Teachers don't teach kids how to behave. The parents do.
Yeah.
And I sure don't want you to set an example for your child to get whooped in a store, because that really would be embarrassing.
Right. You couldn't go home.
So go ahead and go back to work. And then you could talk to your son after work when you're home and say, I didn't appreciate how you were running around in that store. That was embarrassing. I don't want to see it again. And I'm going to talk to your teacher and I'm going to let her know that I don't condone that. And if that you exhibit that behavior again, to let me know.
Right.
That was not the situation. That
And
was
that's
not
all
the
that needed to be
time.
done.
And the fact that he was embarrassed, so he snatched his son up, walked to his teacher in front of all them people in a store and made a big fuss. I'm like, are you not further
That made it
embarrassed?
even right. That made it even worse, because they wouldn't have even known that was his son
Right.
until he did that. But
This
I'm
is the
like,
way-
it seems like they already taught him how to act in the store. Because didn't they say that in the store?
I mean, that's what the father may have said, but that doesn't mean you've actually taught him. I mean, if the thing is, there's a difference between teaching a kid how to act in the store so they know what type of behavior is acceptable and being a scary, domineering presence with your kid in the store. Like teaching your kid how to behave is he's not with me, but he knows what's acceptable in public. But if you're there over his shoulder being domineering and every time he does something is don't do that, that's not teaching them. That's them listening to you because they're scared.
That's what the Bible says,
Yeah.
irritating your children.
Anyways,
No.
child. But yeah, I mean, to me, he's an a-hole only how he was talking to the teachers. Like,
Right, how you approach the teacher was very a-holy. So yeah.
right. Like,
I was
snatch your kid
confused
up.
by
You
your
can't
choice
snatch
there.
me up before I snatch that tongue out your throat. Calm down. Let's be adults. But I got one more, and this one's long, so I'm gonna try to be quick, okay?
Okay.
Am I the anus for kicking out my brother? Oh, and Nate, if you want to like message in the private chat and say something, you can do that too. But am I the a-hole for kicking out my daughter for what she said about my brother? For context, my brother is 31 and disabled. He was born with a condition that made him born without a chin or a jaw. He is genuinely my best friend, and I'm 40, and she's female. Our mother died last month. It hit him the hardest because she was his caregiver. She had cancer, so we had time to discuss any wishes that my mother had, and one of them was that when she died, I let my brother live with me, which she agreed to. They got an extension added onto the side of their house for her brother, so he would have his own space and she could look out for him. Her family has always been close with her brother. He would stay with them when the mother was away, and her son, who's 11, adores him, and they're always doing fun things together like sports and gaming. And she also thought that her daughter, who's 20, got along with her brother. They often have Mario Kart tournaments together, and the brother has even convinced her and her husband to give the daughter a bit more independence. 2 nights ago, the daughter came home late from a party with her friend. I always stay up when she is out to make sure she gets home okay. I heard her come into the house with her friend, and I heard her say, "We need to be, we need to be quiet so we don't wake my R slur uncle up." I thought my
Ooh.
mind was playing tricks on me. Me and my husband have never raised our kids to say such things. The comment just took me back to when me and my brother were younger and me defending him against all the horrible people that was there and make fun of him. I got up out of bed and asked my daughter to repeat what she said. I could tell from the look on her face that she didn't think I'd hear that. I asked how she could say something so cruel about her uncle, and that's not how she was raised. And at 20, she should know how awful that is. And if she thought saying that to her friend made her look cool, she was wrong. That made herself look like an insecure bully. She didn't apologize. She just said that nobody was meant to hear that and it's not a big deal. I
Oh,
asked her friend if her parents are okay with having friends stay over. She said yes, so I told my daughter to leave and stay at her friend's house. Her daughter said her mom should have taken her side and that she's her mother. And I told her I've been his sister longer than I've been your mother. The daughter
wow.
didn't think that she was serious because she's always been a calm parent and she never told her that she had to leave the house before. She had every intention of having her daughter back home, but she needed to learn a lesson that meant that the behavior would not be tolerated. She apologized to her daughter's friend for being in the middle and gave her cash to cover the cab to her house. She called her daughter yesterday hoping she'll understand how out of line she was, but she didn't. She was unhappy that I took my brother's side over hers. She told her to come home so that they could discuss it properly, but the daughter refused. She's been in touch with her friend, and her daughter is staying with her friend, so she's safe. Her husband said that she was too harsh, but there's still that protective big sister rage in me. Am I the anus? Hell
Not
no.
really. Yeah,
That's what
because
y'all think.
why the daughter? She shouldn't have said that.
Right. And if I was the mother, I would have walked out the room and slapped her. And I've been like, say some stupid shit like that again, see what's gonna happen. And then you won't have a jaw and you gonna be R worded too.
No, I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't think that.
I've been like, since you want to say words you shouldn't be saying, let's just be honest. Like, oh, that would have irritated me so
No,
bad.
the first thing is though, where is the respect to the parent? You're the daughter saying, "Oh, I wanted her to take my side," yet you didn't respect me enough to apologize. You didn't understand why I would feel that way. I don't know if she's the only child or not, but would you want someone talking to you that way,
Who's the
even
youngest
if
child?
you
Who's
weren't
the only
supposed to hear
child?
it? I heard it.
Now I told you that she had a son and a daughter.
Well, so if someone's over there and you heard someone passing the school talk or whatever talking about your brother like that,
I mean,
you
Dawn
get
is her uncle.
so.
She
But
didn't
yeah,
care.
but either way, maybe the uncle and them aren't close. So I'm like, but if you were talking, if someone said that to about your brother, you would just be like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. No, and I have to blame the parents a little bit because again, you raised them. Well, the kids sometimes go astray, so I can't blame the
Yeah.
parents. But when I tell you I would have got out of bed, she did nothing wrong. I'd have been like, oh, you got a lot of lip for someone not ready to be there. I'd have been like, I don't know, I don't care where you go. Get up out my house. Don't touch nothing I bought. And then until you learn your lesson, don't come around here no more.
I feel like that's a
Because
tad bit dramatic.
you the type that need to learn a lesson before actually getting it. So learn a lesson.
I feel like that's a tad bit dramatic.
That's me. That's me.
I don't think I could just like let my child just not know where they are and stuff
A little
like that
soft.
and just
Mhm.
come back when you learn better. But I definitely would have said what I did earlier. I would have definitely done that.
You would have physically abused her. Okay.
Should have been yes, I would have, cause that would have made me heated. And I'm like, what did you? Cause in my head, like I could see myself laying in bed, hearing, okay, my daughter's finally home. Bleep blop, bleep blop blop, and I could hear me. No, she did not just say that. No,
Right.
she did not. And then whoop, mom. And then I would have said what I would have said. I've been like, oh, let me not even repeat it. But yes,
She
Ah.
had her stuff packed.
like that's crazy. That's just crazy. And I'm very surprised the husband said she was too harsh. Like if like maybe she was maybe she was yelling at her or something as well, because I'm like, she handled that appropriately in my head, because I would have been worse.
Literally, that's my brother who I grew up with, who I had to take care. I'm sure she helped take up care of when she was young, and also super protective of him.
Right, because
No,
he's 9.
No,
I mean,
no,
they have a 9-year difference.
no.
So although it's not like a huge difference. She still probably has that like big sister, motherly,
Hmm.
protective spirit. So I'm just like, no, like, why would you
Well,
say
now she
that?
definitely has to have that motherly, like,
And then they
Right.
also do that too because they don't respect the implications of what that word is or the people that it affects. Just like when I'll say when
yeah.
white people be like, the N word doesn't mean that much, it's just the N word. You don't understand what it means to the people that it affects and what it actually does. So,
Shut up, Destiny.
so I'm like
Please.
the whole disabled community. Like if y'all had a child that was disabled like that man, then you would get it. And then the dad would have been like, "Don't say that." But because they don't actually experience it, that's why
Right. And I
we
don't care
don't
what
get.
disability
Yeah.
my child would have. I don't care. They just had a thick tongue. You ain't gonna call my son that. I kill you dead.
Yes, Destiny, that's the word.
Nah.
Well, we're not gonna expose, but let's just go.
But yeah, I kill you dead. Ooh!
Not kill you, dead.
Don't
Not.
kill my
Oh
child.
my god.
Oh, Destiny! Here we
Well,
go.
I'm glad people can't see the comments. But yeah. So I'm gonna say the daughter is the a-hole. And I'm gonna be honest, if I was the friend, I'd be like, girl, why you say some stupid shit like that? Like, I don't know if she said it because that's how her and her friends talk. But
It
I'm
is.
just like, girl, you made
That's
like,
the
even if you said that word about other people, like able-bodied people, and y'all were just that was just the words y'all were using, that's bad too. But the fact that you actually used it in reference to your disabled uncle is like, girl, you wanted me to get pissed off. You
right.
wanted me to come over here and knock your jaw loose.
And then called you. Oh my god.
I'm gonna say it
You
again.
wanted
You
me
should be
to you
gone.
wanted me to put a knuckle through your chin and give you an indent. And you got a butt chin now. You wanted me to.
She just be gone with me. Ain't no words. Pack your things. It's time
That's
for
a
you to go.
word. He said ain't no words. Pack your
What
things.
if you just sees her
Because
and
this is what I'm
you're
telling
gonna
the
just
husband. What I
discipline her and
did
just
for
be
her.
like, shut up, don't say that again, or something like that. You gotta teach her not to say that,
My baby brother.
especially about
She know they. She said we taught her not to say things like that.
oh,
It's
well
already been said. It's already been taught. It's already been done.
then I guess discipline her.
Right. And when
Y'all
she
wanna
I
know my
body slammed him out
discipline
my house
routine?
with a bare suitcase of her.
Not bear.
Yeah, because everything I bought is mine.
I mean the suitcase is yours.
I mean,
Well, I gave her that just in case she did something of her own.
Please. Just so somebody could come put her in her
Yeah.
own suitcase and then traffic her. No.
Well, look at you. Ooh, I almost said it. I said, look at you.
no.
Look at you. You stupid enough to get caught. Maybe you are that.
Oh. Well, we're gonna move on. That was the last one I had because the other one was like the other one was too simple. It's like we know you're a booty hole. It was basically he forgot to water his wife's plants and they died and then she got mad and he was like, "But I just forgot." And I'm like, "No,
You
you're
for
like
real.
everybody knows you're the a-hole, so we're not even." Yes, we're done, Destiana. Unless I don't know if Sebastian wants to, but we may do another one after this. I don't know, but we're gonna close out first, and then we'll talk. But thank you for clicking on this video. Make sure to comment, share, subscribe, and something else that I always forget. Like the video, maybe I don't know.
Like, subscribe, share, tell your mama, your auntie, your uncle,
Right.
your kicked out
Also,
daughter, everything.
Also, we want to mention our Etsy shop selling t-shirts. It's S3F Stagio. You should see it somewhere on the screen. Trust me, you will see it. It should be linked below. Everything you need to know, okay? It has like anime, has musicians, has cool designs. Like, trust me, you will like it. Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki, like the big three and everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So thank you, and I want our people to sign out. Sebastian.
Hi, of course you already know who it is, Sebastian Minaj, SEBASTIONMINAJ. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, everything you can think of by that moniker, and I appreciate you. Please go look at S3F Stagio.
Lord Jesus.
Okay, come on now. Come on. Come on.
Sorry, I
I
didn't mean
have a
to say
thick
that out
tongue. Come on
loud.
now. I have a
Damn
thick
it.
tongue. Okay.
Not we're on Twitch. We're on Twitch, Sebastian. Where
We're
can we
on
find you
Twitch.
on Twitch?
Sebastian Minaj by that moniker. I don't understand.
Okay, Monica Lewinsky. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I think I've been there on there before, after you though. I don't know.
Ooh. Okay, well then, cartoon.
Cartoon.
Sign off.
Hi, I'm Cartoon, and my Twitch is glitch_cartoon. It's a capital G, and yeah, I stream on there sometimes.
Okay. All right. Well, period. 3 people who don't actually stream but stream.
I stream every day. What are you talking about? I stream like.
Anyway, so I'm gonna sign off. My name is the dog. Get him, Dylan. You know what I'm talking about. You clicked on my channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do all the things that I said earlier. Check out our Etsy shop, and I appreciate it. Thank you for listening to our video. Bye.
Bye.